Today I'm going to answer two questions from subscribers. Some people put in the comment here asking me to answer these questions with regard to finding hosts if you have won the green card lottery. So if you have won, or you know for sure you are in the process of doing the green card and at one point you will be required to have a host or just to find a place to stay in America, there are some of the challenges. So I'm going to read these questions and I'm going to answer these questions to make sure that you have a smooth transitioning coming to America. Okay, so these are the questions. Hello, kindly make a video on how to find a host in the United States of America after winning the DV lottery. What are the factors to consider before deciding on the host? Because many people have faced challenges with their host. That was the first question. And Bernard Onkundi, this is the person who posted the comment and also put another comment 15 hours later. Hello EBM, please make a video on how to find a reliable host after winning. What are the things you must consider not to be in trouble down the road? Okay, so welcome everyone to the EBM Scholars. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM self-founder and CEO of the EBM Scholars. This is the EBM Scholars. In case you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, you have to do so. But remember to share the video to other people. Merry Christmas everyone. You see I put just a tiny Christmas tree here. We are in the festive time of the Christmas, the best time of the year to be with the family and the friends and celebrate the birth of our Jesus Christ. Okay, and for majority of people are in the process of ending the year, so I wish you the best in the ending of the year and starting 2020 is the best year ever in your life. Okay, so let's go direct to the questions. As I said, the questions are: how are you going to find a host in America? What things do you need to consider to avoid some challenges? Because many people face some challenges finding or getting the host, or after arriving here they get in trouble or quarrels, whatever, with their host. So I would prefer to give a little bit of my understanding because I've hosted two green card lottery winners already. So I know what I'm talking about and how these people, I came to know them and how they've been able to be here. So couple of things you have to consider. When you are filling the form called DS-260, which is a visa application form for immigrant type of visa, there are two major types of visas. There is what we call immigrant visas and non-immigrant visas. Immigrant visas is if you are coming here as immigrant. One among is the type of visa is coming here under green card lottery. So that you apply direct as immigrant visa, or if you are coming under green card by family, you are given what we call the immigrant visa. But non-immigrant visa, you are talking about student visa, tourist visa, all other type of visas, work visa, all those kind of visas are called non-immigrant visa, because you are coming in America, you are not going to be immigrant. But if you come as a green card holder directly, you are coming as immigrant in America. So let's put that difference. So in order to understand this one, there is a big difference between when you are applying for tourist visa, visiting visa, and you need to have, or someone is inviting you will be your host. So that is a different situation versus green card lottery. If you win green card lottery, you are supposed to fill the famous form, the DS-260. That form, there is one question which says, which address are you going to stay in the United States of America? The question is not who is your host in America. I want to put that one clear. The question in the green card lottery is, what address are you going to stay in the United States of America? Because on that address is the address where you will be given, they will be sending the green card. When you are coming from your country to come to America, you don't you are not given the actual card. You will be given the stamp, the visa, immigrant visa to come to America. But that visa is visa which will be given a green card. After arriving here, you will be receiving the actual card from immigration, from the government. So where are they going to send that card? Is the address you are going to put on the application or the form DS-260. So I'm going to paraphrase again what I said. The emphasis is which address are you going to stay in America so that they can send the green card. And if you are here, when you are going to apply for the social security card or social security number, they will send the card in that particular address. The question is not who is your host. There is no that question in the application. For that case, what if you don't have the host? Or is it a must to have the host? So I will go to answer those kind of questions. So I will answer the first part about host, finding and everything. But also, what if you don't have the host? Because it's not a requirement to have a host, but it is a requirement to fill the form DS-260 with the address where you are going to be staying or where you'll be receiving the actual green card. But obviously, even if you don't have the host, I mean, you put the address there, still the consular will ask you, where are you going to stay? Or how are you going to survive to start with? So there are other things you need to consider yourself. So number one, what if you don't have a host? This, I had a conversation with someone on WhatsApp yesterday, and was just bringing the same thing. So what happens after arriving in US and I don't have the host? I say, okay, give me a break. We are in the capitalist world. What if you want to go to travel to visit Ghana, Accra, Ghana, or you want to go to maybe Nairobi, Kenya? Do you need, wherever you want to go, you need to have a relative? It's not the case. You can go and find apartment, you can find hotel. So you are allowed to say, for instance, if you don't have a host, you can just find the apartment. So you can find the apartment in advance. You already won the lottery. You can find someone. I will be staying there, or Airbnb. You talk to someone that I will stay there for the first month. I'll be staying on that Airbnb, or I'll be staying on the hotel. I'll be staying there, so you can book. From this day to this day, average, I'll be in the US, I'll be staying there. So you already have a place to stay. So the first month you can have apartment, or you can have Airbnb because you don't need to pay like those the security deposit or whatever. So you can say, okay, maybe it's $600 or $700. So you can pay in advance, or you can just make some of the hotels you can pay after arriving. If you are going to book on the, for instance, if you book through hotels.com, there is the option you can pay after, and you can cancel 24 hours before. So you can just book hotel, don't pay hotel. So you can say, I'll be staying at this hotel. But the address where you'll be, to get the card, you can ask someone as a care of, you can be getting the card. But where you'll be staying will be different places. So if you don't have a host, you can find the apartment on your own. You can find Airbnb on your own. You can find a hotel on your own. You can stay there for the first month while you are working and getting used to the environment you live, where you can find a best apartment, affordable apartment based on your budget after having a job. So it is allowed that way. As I said, there is no requirement you must have a host, but there is a requirement to put address where you receive the green card. But let's say you want to find a host now. So if you're finding the host, question number one, that person you are going to ask, make sure you know the immigration status of that person. Don't ask a person and the person here is illegal. What in case they don't do that, but what if in case the US Embassy, they are going to track that person to find if the person is legal or illegal. So just to be in a safe side, find someone who is illegal in the US. And that person coming under green card lottery, or coming under green card, you are allowed to use someone who is a student. You are allowed to use someone who is a green card holder, someone who has an employee H1 visa, which is professional working visa. You are allowed to use someone who is a citizen. So it's you are allowed to use any of those as long as someone here is staying legally in US. That's number one. Secondly, you have to consider someone with a criminal record. I mean, you don't need to go and ask the person, have you ever been to prison? Are you, how many crimes have you committed? You just Google that person. If you want the person to know the criminal record, you put over there, you'll find the crimes. Like if he has been in prison, like there are certain things you can come here and someone is a felon, someone is a drug dealer, someone is doing bad things, like he's robbing people. So if the person, you go and Google the person, you find on the list of the crimes he has been committing and has been in and out in the prison. If you come here, you are exposing yourself to a lot of troubles. So you have to a little bit just Google and find it, and just like background check of the person online. You can do that with Google. That's the beauty of this world. You can get those are public information if someone, depending on the crime. I'm not talking someone has been in the prison because he failed to pay child support. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the real crime someone committing. So those are the things you have to consider. Then, what is the relationship between you and that person? You have to consider that one. Is this person just a friend? Is this person is a relative? Is this a person just I met online? Like, okay, you can go online and find a person, maybe through WhatsApp group, you do not know the person, but to follow, someone has linked you to someone else, so you just meet someone that way. So those are some of the ways. I mean, like, you have to know the relationship between these people. But again, what are the ways on getting that someone? As I said, if it's your friend, if it's your relative, you know already that person. That is one of the way. But sometimes you might have a friend is Nigerian or a friend is Kenyan, but that Kenyan friend has a friend in the US and can connect. So someone, a friend of a friend can connect and be able to host you. So I remember there is one person in Tanzania, won the green card lottery, got one person to a friend of wherever to get a host. So for me, I was already hosting one person. So I recommended that person. I asked a friend of mine, can you be able to allow this person can you host this person? So I connected them. They talked and they agreed on the terms of the hosting. And the person now, they live in Arizona. So sometimes it happens that way. A friend of a friend can recommend to someone else. So what does that mean? It means don't be just with a few friends on your phone book. Be open-minded, not just for green card lottery. Just for the rest of your life, you need to have people from different backgrounds, people from different countries. Have friends. Be online. Don't be online. Your job is just to curse people. Your job is just to criticize people. Be positive. Be contributing to this world. Find friends from different countries. Not necessarily to find a friend for the benefit. Just have friends around the world. You never know where you'll be ending up in this world. So those are the things you need to consider. So you can get a friend of a friend. You can go sometimes online. For instance, you have Facebook. You can post on Facebook. I have won the green card lottery and I'm working on coming to America. Do you have any person can be able to host me? We can agree on the terms. Some people might come on your inbox and try to help you. You can go to different websites. There are certain families, you can go to different churches in America. For instance, you can go, for instance, give an example, you are Baptist, for instance. You can go to Baptist church in different cities you want to go. You can post there, I have won, you can just ask the pastor, like, I've won this one, and I'm processing to come to America. I'm looking for a host just for 1 month while I'm getting settled, and then I'll continue with my life. So some people, parishioners, can be able to help you on that kind of support. So that is something else you have to consider when you are looking. You can look for churches you are belonging to. If you are Catholic, you Baptist, whatever, you can go to the website or forums where you can find those groups of people, parishioners, and try to get in touch with them, and you can be able to find someone to host you. So it comes to the best part. What are the terms of hosting. This you have to clear from the beginning. You have to understand, even if a person is your relative. Because sometimes you might assume, oh, is a relative, but remember, you lived with that person as your relative 20 years ago. The person has a different lifestyle in America, and you have a different lifestyle in Asia or in Africa. So there are a big gap in between of lifestyle. So don't assume you'll go back to reconnect and live exactly like how you 20 years ago. So what you need to do is to agree on basic principles. One, are you going to stay there for how long? In that is a hosting. Are you going to stay there for 1 month, 2 weeks, and then you'll find your own place, or you're going to stay for 6 months? You have to agree on the terms. Or are you going to stay there for as long as you can until you decide otherwise? You have to agree these things open at the beginning. No hard feeling. It is better to agree on those those terms of contract. Because if you don't do that, you'll end up having unnecessary problems down the road. If someone says, okay, I think it's time for you to find another place. So, but you are kicking me out. It's not kicking you out because he had a mindset maybe you are going to stay for a month. And for you, you had a mindset you are going to stay there forever. But it's better to be on the same page by agreeing how long are you going to stay into that particular place. Secondly, are you going to stay for free or are you going to be paying? That is something else you have to agree. Is the person going to host you? You'll come to stay here for free, or you'll be coming to stay here for 1 month, then you'll start paying me, and if I'm going to pay you, how much, and when you'll be paying the person. So those are the things you have to agree at the beginning. Because if you don't agree on those terms, you'll cause a problem down the road. If someone says, okay, so I think now you need to start paying me. Okay. Remember, in America, it's not like in developing country. We have to pitch in. Someone is having an apartment. You cannot let the person who is hosting you. Even if someone says you have to stay here for free, but you have to be considerate. The person is working. If he's working, obviously he's paying for apartment. You can just contribute to apartment or contribute for food. So those are the things like you can to reduce, because here is not like someone is getting a lot of money. Everybody is struggling, majority of people here. Unless others you are millionaire. But majority of people live the normal life, which basically they struggle. So for that case, you need to consider, what are you going to contribute financially? Are you going to contribute into also paying the apartment, the rent? Are you contributing into paying, just buying the food and paying the utilities, electricity, water? What are the arrangements? Because without these arrangements, trust me, down the road there will be unnecessary conflicts. So those are some of the things you need to consider. Even sometimes you can consider, like, okay, what are the duties or responsibilities apart from the financial will you be expecting me to do? Because you don't need to come here and become maid of someone. Because someone said, come and host me, and is having a kid, and is expecting you to be carrying the kid from morning to evening, and become house girl or house boy here. No. You have to agree what are the responsibilities. You come here for your own life. You need to continue with your own life. But what other things? Okay, you are here. Okay, there are things we'll be doing. We wash dishes together or cooking. Those are the things we are all will be doing. Not to you, because you're coming here, you'll be cooking every single day. I'll be putting my feet on the couch. No. We need to agree on those terms, because if you don't agree, you'll cause a problem down the road, because someone might expect, oh, this person is coming here and they have 2 kids. Man, I go to the babysitter for free. And if you don't host the baby, so, but you are staying here for free, you need to carry my baby. No. You need to agree those terms. Are you coming here to be babysitter, or you are coming here to host someone after a month, you are going to find your own? So those are the things people usually get in trouble. You just assume, oh, because you are friends, whatever, that's things of that nature. So make sure that you have the terms to agree with before you come here. Those are the ways on how you can get a reliable host and how you can avoid to have someone or to have quarrels and unnecessary problems, challenges upon arriving and staying in the US having a host. But if you don't have the host, there are ways on how you can come here without a host. You can go direct, have an apartment, you can go and have A&B, you can get a hotel and things of that nature. So let me end up here. And I wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone. For those who have New Year's resolution, good for you. Keep forward. Make sure that you are accomplishing your goals. So thank you and goodbye, everyone.